laughing a bit? You can have a seat.
All right, thank you.
Right.
Here before somehow I know that this is how it feels to fall in love.
Yes, that's the screen.
Baby, you know I love you. I place no one above you. I need you in my life forever and ever. You will always have my heart. We're meant to be together, me and you. Oh, me and
Karibu sana.
Hey, uko sawa na wote malaika na mabawa yao. Wote
Why in the
wanapiga
morning,
wendo
family? Today is a special edition of Why in the Morning. It's the 14th of February. It's Valentine's Day, and it's Quinn's Wednesday. How can so convenient? And in studio with me, I have none other than the MTV Mama Awards winner, the Channel Low Award nominee, a dedicated writer, singer, artist, and performer, Habida. I've been looking forward to this. I prepared this intro like a month ago.
Dude, that was awesome. Can I keep you? And then every time I meet people, I'll be like, okay, go. That was lovely. Thank you.
What have you been up to? You've been busy, yeah?
I've been very busy.
You're very busy.
Yes.
All right, you have a new song out, and some people. Let's just date back. Let's go deep into history before we come to the to the new ones.
I know my Kenya doesn't like to move on.
No,
We're stuck on Kesho.
When you put yourself on the spot like this, Avida, when you're famous like this, they always have to dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And I dug deeper. Yes, I understand you're from 4 countries.
Gosh, I love this. You've done research. Yeah, yes, I am. My mother's half Somali, half Kenyan, and my father is half Irish, half English.
All right. So that mixture right there. I hope you don't get deported.
I hope I don't get what?
Deported.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, please don't deport me, guys.
All right. Anyway, back to the matter now. All right, you studied in England. You went to Atlanta.
Yes.
To do a bachelor's degree in the arts.
Yes.
Then you started performing.
Yes.
I've
been performing throughout. But my father used to be the principal of St. Mary's School.
Oh, they're saints?
Saints.
Oh, the same school that the president went to?
Yeah, he taught the president. My father did.
And Jeff Koinange as well?
And Jeff.
That's why. So you had the teacher of the president and Jeff at home with you. You can't go wrong with that.
Yes. Well, teacher and then daddy, that's a different story, yeah?
But sometimes he has to switch to teacher mode sometimes. He had to.
No, to be honest, he was a great man. He found a way to be all things. So yeah. No.
So how was it growing up with all this? Because to other people you're not black enough. To other people you're not white enough.
You know what? I'm so glad you brought this up because I've been trying to find a way to handle this. Because in my day, because I'm a little older now. In my day,
my sisters use that all the time on me. All right,
in my day, there was very few of us, and we were known as, and I'll just be bold about it. We were known like, my mother is a street lady, and my father is a Kenyan cowboy. And literally, I used to get a lot of drama for this. So trying to handle that growing up I was bullied a lot, because all the boys like you and all the girls hate you because all the boys like you. And you don't even like the boys. So it's like, dude, why are we fighting over something? I don't even, But because my mom was strict, man. There was no boys in my life for a very long time.
For a very long time.
Yes.
But finally, no matter how hard you hide her, Daniel Abel made it. All right, we'll be talking about that later.
Made it.
All right. How do you meet Cannibal, and how do you launch? How do you manage to record this song, Reason? Because it's the first song on your YouTube channel, yeah.
Is it? Well, it might be because of how many people watch it. It's one of my highly watched videos, I guess, because I'm on the beach. But
that's a very good reason to watch it.
Hey, what happened was, because of just coming back home, and I am from Mombasa, my mom is, so it was like, how do I connect with, people from back home? And I think someone sorry, I don't remember. Someone introduced us, and he was just moving to Nairobi. So I was lucky. Yeah. So we actually produced the song in RK Studio. He was there, and I actually didn't want to do this song.
Why? It was a big song. It still is
Do
a
you-
big song.
do you
It's
see-
the kind of classic.
You see the new, you know what? I've heard a lot of artists go through this. A song you just didn't want to do. You had no interest in the
Comes out
sound.
to be one
Then
of
it's
the biggest.
yeah. So, me and RK actually had a fight.
About this
He
song.
was like, "Get out of the studio if you don't want to do this song." I was like, "I don't want to do this song. I want to do like an R&B song."
All right, hold up for a bit. You've been enjoying this song. It's called Reason by Habida featuring Cannibal. And only on Why in the Morning, only on Why 254, you'll know the drama behind this song that you love so much. 22162 is our SMS line. Start with the word YM254. Don't forget to leave your name and where you're watching us from. Habida, you fought with RK because of this big song. This.
Yeah. So when he said "get out," I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll stay." And literally, I recorded this song in about 30 minutes. I wrote it, like you're mad, So I was like, whatever, I'll just write. And I sang it, and I was out.
So that's how you sound when you're mad. You're my reason.
I guess once I was in and what I came up with, because I was trying to do as much R&B in the song as I could. So if you
Cannibal was more gangster.
yeah, it worked,
Is, but it still worked.
It worked.
The
Yeah.
blend was amazing. Fast forward, couple of views on YouTube. Guys are still spinning the song. DJs are still spinning the song.
Channel O nomination.
Channel O nomination.
It took me to SA for the second time.
Your music took you to AC. Then right after Sunshine with Nameless, you seem to have had a lot of chemistry with these guys in the industry.
To be honest, I can't explain why.
And how?
Yeah, and how. And, I guess what you want and what God gives you is two different things. I'm more of a feminist, but in the original sense of the word.
Today's Queen's Wednesday, by the way.
Yeah,
on
I
this
know,
show.
but listen to the word. Feminist just means I'm a fighter for equality for women. But at the same time, I believe that God made man and woman to be together. So it's about being your best self. And even if you're a woman at home, it doesn't mean you have to go out and then just be submissive to the whole universe. It's more about, because women
Not
make the
only to the man, to the whole universe.
you know what I mean? Because it seems like that's it. But women make the world go round. We are the one that populate the earth. It comes through us. We're the ones that, when a guy is like going off on a tangent with the one that says, "Hey, why don't you try this?"
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And they say behind every successful man, there's a woman.
Exactly.
Behind every success, is the reverse also true? Behind
And I
every
think what's
successful
going
woman.
crazy at the moment is women forget that to be great, you don't have to be seen. But at the moment, women are going nuts about it's me. You know what I mean? And I think men need more glorification, and women really don't need that. Like, if you, as a woman, once you give birth to your child, you don't need to go and say, "Wewe ni wangu," you know what I mean? You can
It's
literally
obvious.
just sit back and say, "Yeah,
There's that
that's my
connection.
child."
You
Yeah,
carried the child
you
for
feel
9
it on
months.
the inside. But
Right.
so
I
that's
like
what I mean.
the way you talk about this so passionately.
Yes, because I told you I'm a feminist in the
Alright.
original
Are
sense
you
of the
trying
word.
to? Are you trying to help other young girls?
Yes, I am.
Be aware like you are.
Yes, I am. I have a campaign. I call it a campaign because I don't want to, everyone's like NGO. I'm like, I'm not into that at the moment. It's just literally a foundation, like a passion of mine to work with young women and women who are in their field to be their best selves.
I'm about to take it a notch lower.
Go ahead.
In terms of the mood, about 4 months or 3 months ago, you posted something about your experience with cancer.
Yeah.
No, it sucks, but gotta talk about it just a little bit.
It's okay. It's Valentine's Day.
Yes, tell me about this.
So I've blocked it out of my head, but couple years ago, my father came, I don't know how you say it, came down with, I don't know how you get cancer.
I'm not a doctor. But,
I know he had cancer, and it really annoyed me about we were alone. There was no number to call. There was no like, hey, this is the best place to go and get the best doctor. And then I believe in the power of words. You know, the doctor kind of goes, you have 6 months to live, and he died in literally 6 months. Yeah.
May his soul
Leukemia.
rest in peace. He gave us a bitter. Now
That's
we
the
have a
first
bitter.
time I've talked about it without crying.
Yes. This set is comfortable, I feel like. The red
Must
lights.
be you. You're a really good interviewer.
I think it's the red lights. Don't gas me up a bit.
Okay. No, I'm being for real. I'm really
Alright.
enjoying this.
Thank you very much, Habida. I appreciate this. But we got to talk about the music now.
Yes.
All right. Having experienced the industry in London, the
Yeah.
industry in Atlanta, where else? Ireland a little bit.
No, no,
Not really.
no. Those
But
two,
London
and then
mostly,
Kenya,
and then
South
Kenya,
Africa,
yes, and then South Africa
and Nigeria.
and Nigeria.
Mm.
My focus mainly is on yes, say all of them. You've seen how it's done over there, from
Yeah.
the quality of production of music, the audio, to the videos, to the professionalism involved in the marketing, to the media outlet. Do you think Kenya is there yet?
Do I think Kenya is what?
There yet?
Kenya
Where you
is
saw
not
London
there.
is in Atlanta, in
Kenya
terms of
is
the
not.
music industry.
Kenya is not. I don't. You know, I'm trying not to be negative
Mhm.
about the space,
Mhm.
because, you know, there's nothing positive comes from that.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like, you know, because I started with the Ted Josiahs and the and the
Have
Five
you worked-
Alive.
Have you worked with Wawesh, by the way?
No.
By chance?
No,
All right.
No.
It's also amazing. Uh-huh.
No. But it's really crazy how Kenya works. I'm not sure. Because at the moment, you're more of a star than I am. So it's like, I'm serious. Like, you'll have, you know, Shafi Weru is killing it. And, you know, you've got Caroline Mutoko, and you've got, you know, everybody's kind of around the artist.
Mhm.
You know, even makeup artists are celebrities now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like Muthoni Njoba and Washuka.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, what happened to the artist? It just seems like the industry has grown around the artist,
Mhm.
and the artist is still not valued.
Mhm.
That's what
Yet.
I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Your value is a lot bigger than mine.
Mhm.
For some reason. I can't explain that.
Mhm.
But do you agree with what I'm saying? It's
I'm
like,
getting the concept, but I'm not a bigger star than you are. I don't agree with that part.
anyway.
All right, but
And
I get
think
the concept.
you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it's like, I've found, since I've come, because I've been here for a year, and I've found, even for an upcoming artist, it's really difficult to infiltrate, because the support system is a lot bigger than the actual artist. So how do I approach you if I'm an upcoming artist, saying, hey, you know, because you're like, oh, you know, hey,
I'm not like
who
that.
are
but-
you again? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm just hoping that the value of the artist will grow, because that's what's
of the artist is
lacking.
go- All right. My next question, which leads to my next question, which is, what do you think they're doing different for the artist out there, say in London or Atlanta? Because Atlanta has some of the biggest artists now, and the type of music they do is not something we dreamt would be big.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, this is the other thing. I'm not giving artists an excuse, right?
Mhm.
Because challenges are everywhere.
Mhm.
The other thing I also think is that artists here are, woo, if I say this, will I get it? But this is real
All right,
talk.
this is why the money. We'll chop this part before we put it on YouTube.
No, I just think that artists need to kind of have a lot more stamina.
Mhm.
I've heard no since I was, I think, 16.
Mhm.
And it's never stopped me.
Mhm.
I've had empty shows.
Mhm.
I've had, you know, people looking over me, no matter how much work I've done, how much money I've spent. I've been broke, you know, like, oh my gosh, I spent all this money on this video and nobody's watched it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, that shouldn't make you now start complaining. It should make you think, okay, what am I going to do next? What should I do different? Why didn't Barry notice me? Why didn't I get called on to Kiss for this song? You know, and then not keep saying, well, this is our music. You know, no, like, what are people listening to? How can I fit in? And then try not to lose yourself at the same time.
So just keep going at it.
Keep going.
Habida has had shows with no people showing up. She has had no from 16. A word of advice is just keep doing that. 22162 is still our SMS line. Start with the word YM254. Don't forget to leave your name and where you're watching us from. Habida, you have a show tonight.
I have a show tonight.
Yes, but before we talk about that show, it's the focus is on Valentine's evening and everything about Valentine's. Yes, but I'd like to talk a little bit about your Valentine, Daniel.
He'll be working.
It won't be at the show.
No, he'll be there. He'll be there
After work, obviously.
No. He's now doing consultancy. So basically, he's supporting me on this event because he does events as well. So literally, we've been working on this event together. So I can say we've had a Valentine for a long time. Yeah.
All right. To those who don't have Valentines and they think the world is gonna end for them, how did you guys meet? Just
The world is gonna end.
Yes, some
You
of
better love on yourself. Jeez, Louise.
That's the
best person to love is you first.
How did you guys meet? Just an inspirational story for those who don't have somebody yet.
Mine's not very interesting, to be honest.
But we'd still like to listen to
I don't even know how he made it. He really failed in the beginning.
The best ones always fail in the beginning.
Oh,
I hear.
really?
Yes, I hear.
Oh my gosh. But we had known each other from the UK, and then he was working here at the Intercon, and I bumped into him at the MTV Awards because I hadn't moved back home yet. I was just here for the awards. And he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, I'm doing an event. How are you doing? It's been so long, blah, blah, blah. Come to the event." And then I guess he was very nervous, so he ignored me the whole event.
Habida got ignored. All right.
And then I left, and he was like, "Hey, where you going?" And I'm like, "Oh, so he's watching me and not."
That one is a schemer right now.
But that's the first time I've told that story.
Yes. Only on Wine in the Morning.
I told you you're a good
Wine
interview.
in the
Oh
Morning.
my God.
You got this. Carry on the video.
No, I think that's enough.
That's enough. So tonight has got to be that. Tell us about this event now.
All right. So we've created an experience because I know, and I've heard it's a Kenyan thing. You know, Kenyan men don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and I'm just like, okay, this is the thing.
Habida, that's not really accurate.
It's not?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna come?
I might just talk to me nice, Habida.
Well, I have to talk to you nice. I'm the one I'm gonna give you a woman a gift. You don't even have to buy her anything, because one of our sponsors is Deluxe Jewelry, so he's actually gonna give every lady a jewelry gift, gold jewelry gift. So we've actually worked really hard on this, and literally it's just to create an experience. We're gonna be at the Park Inn by Radisson. We're gonna have an 8-course menu paired with perfect wine. So we sat there and got a little bit tipsy, you know, pairing wine with, what does that go with? You know,
the cheese.
No cheese. Oysters, lamb, prawns, chicken.
That's going down tonight.
It's going down tonight.
Yes, you heard it from a bit of the venue, time, and
time was 7:30. Sorry. Tickets are on my Facebook, The Real Habida.
The Real Habida on Facebook. All right. We'll get back to talking about that event because we need people there. We need to experience this a bit. But my next questions are yes or no questions. You've heard this before? Are you ready?
I'm always ready for something.
Yes or no answers.
Actually, why am I lying? Ready.
Yes or no answers. You won't talk so much. I know you've been talking, so I'll save you.
Yeah, I know I can talk.
All right.
Thanks for saying.
So the first one. Have you ever been dumped, Habida? Don't think so. I know you're fine, so it's kinda not.
I haven't been dumped, but I've been cheated on.
All right. We'll cut it there because we don't need so many words for this particular questions. All right.
No.
So you've never been dumped?
No.
But the other thing has happened. All right.
That's kind of the same thing. Sorry.
It's kind of the same thing. Come to think of it. All right. Are you proud to be Kenyan?
Yes.
Quarter Kenyan.
You know, I just had to think about the elections. What? Politicians? What? Go on. Yes.
The next one. Are you ready for it?
Yes,
Are you ready for the next one?
I think so.
Is you ready?
Oh my gosh.
It's nothing tough. Ugali or rice?
Rice,
Always. Fish or meat?
meat.
I think we click.
Hey.
All right. Back to the music now. Your latest song is on YouTube, getting a lot of love.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Tell me about this. Because it was like people were claiming Habida took a break, she's back. Let's get it from the horse's mouth. Yeah.
So either people don't do their research or they don't support what they don't see. But I didn't take a break. I was signed to BELLOW in South Africa. So literally I was working, in fact, a lot.
You got signed to Galore in South Africa?
Yeah, BELLOW is like the Warner Brothers of Africa.
Oh, right.
You know, like the way there's Rockstar for Sony and all of that. So that's what BELLOW is. And we released an EP. Album. And
so when you get signed, you have to like have a body of work first before they start pushing you.
Yeah, I was lucky actually. I think I got signed so fast because I already had my work done. They didn't have to put me in the studio and spend money.
You already had an award, yeah?
Yeah, I already had music that they just took and played.
All right. So you were steady recording in South Africa?
I had started to record some new stuff, but I didn't. I already had stuff. From here, I had recorded in Nigeria and some in London. So when I was talking to BELLOW, I already had my catalog together. So they were like, "Oh, this chick is easy. Let's go." All
right. You gave them an easy job. Yeah. All right. Are you still with BELLOW Records?
No, I left because, as a lot of artists know, being signed to a label in Africa is not really the greatest thing.
Yes, I've seen some of them suffer. Ecstatic had to go through something as well.
But I'll say I've done a lot better than most because they actually worked in SA. For anywhere, they didn't. I mean, most labels find it very difficult to work in Kenya. I don't know why. I guess they have their reasons, and some things don't work here. Like, I guess a lot of pirating, so it's hard to make your money back.
The challenges are different in Kenya.
The challenges
Kuna ujanja mingi huko.
And if you put on a show, like look at what Casper did the other day.
He filled up a stadium.
In Nairobi, even to fill up a stadium, if Jay-Z came, would be
it
hard.
wasn't the first time. He did it the other year.
Yeah, he's
and
done it
filled
twice.
the dome before that. So
South Africans support South African music. So they've signed Diamond. Diamond's one of the artists that's doing really well. Tanzanians support Tanzanian music. They've signed Nigerians. Nigerians support Nigerian music. Kenyans support Joe, who can't get a show in the US, but he'll play Vegas or something. You know, Aisha. But us were like, yes, Joe, he'll be our brand ambassador.
All right. Why do they keep bringing Akina Joe back? All right, but it's we enjoy the music in the 90s.
We do, but there needs to be a culture that builds on ourselves, and that's when I think the support from labels, what will work.
So it doesn't matter if you sign to Rock Nation, if you sign to Maybach Music, you have to get the support from home first.
Of course you do.
All right. Wise words. I'm getting a lot of wise teachings from you a bit today. All right. So we lost course a little bit. We were talking about this particular song that you did, your latest song. I'd like to know the inspiration of it. Because you've been through a lot ever since you did your other projects, and you're having a baby now.
I'm having a baby.
You have a baby?
Yeah. He's now 1.5, so it's not, you know, he's a big boy now.
Yes, what inspired this song?
So actually, while I was pregnant, I got a chance to figure out why I was doing what I'm doing. And as I told you, the feminism inside of me and my father being who he was, because he ended up being a counselor, and I did a lot of work with him supporting places like Amani, Nyumbani. And I realized that my passion is women and supporting people's state of mind, not just women. So searching came from like an understanding of me wanting to be my best self. So searching represents whatever we search for when we don't know who we are. Right? You're busy like, oh my gosh, what do I want to do? Who do I want to love?
Yes, because the first time I heard the title, I thought, oh, Habida is searching again?
You know,
what's
we all
happening?
are. We all
I thought
are.
she had somebody.
You know?
But all right.
It's kind of representational. But I've always...
But after I listened to the song, obviously I understood.
Right. And if you saw the video, you know, I'm searching a lot for... I was searching for what I wanted to do and my work. You know, the same way you're searching for that job at the top.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Always
and then when you...
grinding.
And it's a trilogy. And the trilogy is called I Am. And if you know what I am is, it's like every time you say I am, you're literally speaking words over yourself. So I am.
And they're really powerful. Words are really powerful, yes.
Even the Lord himself used I am, right? So it's like, okay, searching. And then the next song will be I Am, which I've released now on radio. The video's coming in a couple of weeks or a week.
Steady working.
Steady working. And then we have I Need That Love, which is I realized that, you know, in the end, it's called I Need That Love, but it's about finding the love. So whatever it is, whether it's you find your career, whether it's you find the person you love, whether it's you find yourself, because also finding yourself is a great achievement.
That should be the first step, actually.
Yes.
Finding yourself before you find a soulmate.
That's right. Otherwise, you'll both be confused.
All right. So Searching is out on YouTube. Head straight to a YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share, comment. A negative comments invited as well.
Nah.
Nah.
You'll be deleted quick fast.
No
negative. You know, if you don't have something good to say, don't say it.
Don't come there.
Have criticism because you know what you're talking about. You know.
But not negative vibes.
No, I don't do negative vibes. You'll be like
talking about your YouTube channel. Give us your social media handles as we come to them.
Right. So on Twitter,
your camera is number 4.
On Twitter, follow me on the real Habida. Instagram is the real Habida. Facebook is the real Habida. I make it easy. And then I have on my website, it's habidasworld.com. And what have I left out? Yeah, Snapchat I try, but it's too much now. I stop it.
All right, it's a quiet taste. You learn with that. All right, Habida. As we come to the end of this, your piece or message for the Valentines to your fans and your new fans, the people who are seeing you for the first time, and the people who love you a bit. And while you're at it, you can tell them what they should do tonight. The plan for tonight. Yes.
So, obviously, come to the park in Radisson and enjoy Valentine's with me, your girl, Habida. But in terms of today, I would say it's actually Ash Wednesday, so it's even more perfect because spend some time with God first, because he actually sorts out everything else that you find is not working. So fall in love with God today, spend time with the person you love today, and love yourself first, most importantly.
Sheesh. I feel like I should clap for you. All right, thank you very much, Habida.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming through. I know you're a busy person. You have to be somewhere else. So we'll end this. Asante Sana. This has been another segment of music and lifestyle. And today we had the queen herself, Habida, in studio with us. This is a very special edition of Why in the Morning. It's the Valentine's edition, Queen's Wednesday combination. What a coincidence. So Kalam Eval, Shiko Kaitani, and Hilda Wathithi will be back with some more of Why in the Morning, so don't go nowhere.